Imagine being told you're receiving free medical care from the government. You trust the doctors. You show up for your appointments. You follow their instructions. Then decades later, the world discovers that the people responsible for your care were never trying to cure you at all. In 1932, the U.S. Public Health Service launched what became known as the Tuskegee Syphilis Study in Macon County, Alabama. The study involved 600 black men. Of those men, 399 already had syphilis and 2 out of 1 did not. Researchers claimed they wanted to study the natural progression of the disease. The men were told they were being treated for what was commonly called bad blood, a local term used to describe a variety of illnesses. They were offered free medical exams, meals, and burial insurance, but they were never given enough information to understand the true purpose of the study. When the study began, there was no reliable cure for syphilis. That fact is important because treatment options in the 1930s were limited and often dangerous. But everything changed in the 1940s. Penicillin became the preferred treatment for syphilis and was recognized as highly effective. Despite this breakthrough, the men in the study were never properly informed that a cure existed. Many were never given the treatment they desperately needed. Instead, researchers continued observing the disease as it damaged their bodies over time. The study continued year after year. Some participants suffered severe health complications. Some died from syphilis-related causes. Some wives contracted the disease from their husbands. Some children were born with congenital syphilis. Yet the project continued. The purpose remained the observation of untreated syphilis, even after treatment became available. For decades, almost nobody outside the program knew what was happening. Then a public health employee named Peter Buxton began questioning the ethics of the study. His concerns were repeatedly ignored. Eventually, information about the project reached journalists. In 1972, the study was exposed to the American public. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Citizens were outraged that a government-funded study had allowed men to go untreated for decades, while researchers collected data. Following public exposure, a federal advisory panel reviewed the project and concluded that the study was ethically unjustified. The study was finally shut down in 1972 after 40 years of operation. A class action lawsuit followed, resulting in compensation for participants and their families. Survivors were also provided medical benefits. The consequences extended far beyond the victims themselves. The scandal helped reshape medical research in the United States. New rules governing informed consent, human subject protections, and research ethics emerged in response to the outrage. The case became a defining example of why medical researchers must fully inform participants and protect their welfare.
What happened was wrong and should never have occurred.
Today, the Tuskegee Syphilis study is remembered as one of the darkest chapters in American medical history. Unlike many stories surrounded by speculation, the facts are well documented. The real mystery is not whether the study occurred. The real mystery is how it continued for 40 years, while so many people in positions of authority chose not to stop it. The question is simple: if a cure existed, why did nobody step in sooner?